Take two.
We're back. Internet issues.
So one of the things, we live out in the country. We live on acreage. So our internet is absolutely atrocious out here.
It is.
So our internet is all wireless. So yeah, we don't have fantastic internet.
One of the setbacks of living on 22 acres is not having amazing Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That's okay.
However, we don't have neighbors, so it's pretty quiet out here.
And the view is gorgeous, so I'll take that over speedy Wi-Fi any day of the week. So we just finished our live on how to get your own doTERRA wholesale account and the smartest and most effective way to reorder your products and get your oils paid for by redeeming points. So we're doing Q&A. So this is our first one, so bear with us. But if you guys have questions that you would like us to answer, go ahead and comment below, and then we'll try to keep track because we're trying to go on Instagram and Facebook.
Absolutely. But we did get a few questions from our last video sent to us. So we will answer those questions here.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead.
So the one of the questions that I get asked quite a bit. What?
Questions right there.
Oh, one of the questions that I get asked quite a bit is how to get. Can you actually get paid doing doTERRA? So the answer is yes, and you were actually pretty shocked.
Yes, I was. I will freely admit I wasn't completely on board at first.
Right.
It took me a little bit to really understand the company, understand what it was all so new 4 years ago.
Okay, so can I tell the funny story about how when I got started?
Sure.
Okay, so I got started by how many years ago?
It was
5?
4 years ago.
4? 5?
Oh, maybe it is going close to 5. This September.
This September will be 5 years.
Wow.
So I saw that my friend Kristen Mayo was having a doTERRA oil class, and Sarah Jansen was coming in on the train from Colorado, and I saw it on Facebook, so I invited myself to the class, and I had showed up late and listened to Sarah talk about how oils can offer natural solutions for your family. And I had been looking for a way to combat some emotional issues that I was having. You were struggling with some PTSD issues, and my emotions were just, Dave likes to say it like kind of like a roller coaster. So I was looking for some options that I could look into before I went the route of pharmaceutical medication, and looking for a natural approach to sort of level out my emotions. So I invited myself to the class and ended up getting the Natural Solutions Kit because I got this really cool purple keychain and the Essential Life book, and I got 100 free points that I could use for free products. So you were traveling.
Yes, I was in England at the time.
He was in England, so I couldn't call. Like a lot of women say, oh, I have to call my husband. I have to make sure it's okay if I can get X, Y, and Z. Well,
that's not us.
I'm not that wife, and I couldn't call him because the time difference and whatever. So I just gave Kristen my credit card, and I got the Natural Solutions Kit, and I was so excited, and I was waiting for my oils to come. So I was home, you came home.
No, you weren't home when I got home.
Oh, no. I was at a soccer tournament on the sidelines, and it was super windy, and I couldn't hear, and Dave calls me, and he said, I think someone stole my credit card. And I was like, what? And you said, I think there was a fraudulent charge on
some identity theft. Maybe.
Identity theft on the credit card. And I was like, is windy? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he goes, yeah, there's this charge for like $600 from doTERRA. I didn't eat there. I didn't stay there. I never went there. I don't even know what this is. And I said, oh, that's okay. It's a charge. It's all good.
doTERRA.
doTERRA. I didn't eat there. I didn't stay there. Never been to doTERRA. So, he wasn't very happy that I had purchased this kit. And why is that?
I called them snake oils.
And we were supposed to follow a budget.
Yeah, well, we were broke. I mean, so I had just gotten back from Iraq a few years before, and so we weren't making a lot of money. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
So it was either groceries or my oils.
And it was tight.
Right.
I mean, it was really tight at that time. And I had just gotten a lecture before I left for England, and I don't really spend any money, but I got this big lecture about how we need a budget and save money and can't spend money. And
that was, you were supposed to not spend money, but I could still spend
And then all
money.
of a sudden, I see a $600 charge. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, what is this?
Right.
We're being very cognizant.
So, you weren't very happy, and I contemplated sending back my kit, because you have 30 days. If you're not happy, send it back. doTERRA will refund all your money. So I was going to send it back. But I knew I had 30 days to convince him that this was not a mistake of purchasing, shifting how we were going to take care of our family. So I was like a hunter watching the family. And it was like if anyone had a stuffy nose, their stomach was upset, if they had any head tension, any issue that was going on with you or the kids, I grabbed my reference book and grabbed oils and started rubbing them on everybody in my family. And then I sat back and watched and waited to see what was going to happen. Right? And I was shocked. Something would come up, I would look in the book, I would grab an oil, I would rub it on them, I would wait, I would watch, and it worked. And it happened over and over and over and over again. And you were just watching in the background. And finally you said, hey, the girls had some acne. And you said, hey, that prescription that you got from the dermatologist is really working. And it was like a $200 prescription that I had purchased.
Yeah, and I was also concerned at the time too because it was turning their pillow sheets white. Or
it was taking the color out of their pillowcases.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's when I stopped. What is this saying?
Oh, the other video.
Oh, okay. So I was concerned, we were both concerned that it was taking the color out of the pillowcases. So I ditched that and started using oils, some doTERRA products for their skin. And you said that dermatologist prescription that you got is really working. And I said, I actually tossed it, like they didn't use it. And I said, because it was taking the color out. And you said, yeah, I noticed that. And I showed him what I was using and we calculated, and it was literally pennies what it was costing to put on the girl's face. So he finally said, no, then you were traveling and you weren't feeling well. You were going on another trip and you weren't feeling well.
Yep.
And so I sent him some oregano, some peppermint, and On Guard.
Oregano, peppermint, On Guard, and Breathe.
And Breathe. And I put him in his backpack and he went to China. And he said, I don't know why you're giving me those. Like, you and the girls can use them, but I'm not touching them.
Because they were snake oils.
Because they were snake oils. Come on.
What a stupid comment now.
So I put him in your backpack. He went to China, wasn't feeling well. I said, I don't want to hear it unless you're going to use what I gave you. Like, don't come crying to me. So I remember it was the end of the 30 days.
Yeah.
And I was going to Bunko, and I was going to see Kristen. And I got a text from Dave that said, this is really hard for me to admit, but I think there is something to your snake oils. Because he used them when he was there. And
because I didn't have anything else.
It was like that was divine intervention.
Yeah, I didn't have anything else. So I was like, let's try it. Let's figure this out.
So,
what do I have to lose, right?
I know, and it was great that you said, this is really hard for me to admit, because every woman knows the best thing in the world is when your husband says.
I don't recall sending that text.
I should have saved it. Like, I should have screenshotted it and saved it for years to come.
Yeah,
so I could have, like, put it in the comments.
Right.
Right. So, that was sort of the long route that it took my husband to get on board. And in 5 years now, We have done no doctor visits, no copay, no prescriptions, and no over-the-counter drugs.
Right.
We are completely able to combat anything that comes into our home. So, and
we're empowered. I mean, it's empowering that you know that you can do things with your own, with these oils to help support your body naturally versus having to turn to some over-the-counter drug or some pharmaceutical prescription.
With all the side effects.
Yeah, with all the side effects.
The only thing you're getting is side benefits.
Right.
So that's how I got started. And then, of course, I was using them. And literally, if anyone is in doTERRA, you know, no one comes right out of the gate wanting to do this as a business. But what happens is you're using them in your life and your lifestyle, and you can't help share when someone else shares with you a concern. It literally just is the next response that comes out of my mouth. I'm going to offer an oil suggestion or a product to help them eliminate going the route of anything that could give them some harmful side effects. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I did. I just was sharing with my friends and family and helping them get their own wholesale account, helping them incorporate oils and products into their home. And I got compensated from doTERRA, and they were sending checks. They were depositing them into our checking account. Mm-hmm. And you came and said, doTERRA is not taking money out of our account. Like, they're depositing in. And I was like, what? I didn't even understand the compensation plan.
No, it took us a little bit because we didn't go into this to do it as a business.
No.
I mean, that wasn't our goal.
It took me about 6 months to figure out the compensation plan.
Our goal was actually just to support our health, so
right.
we didn't have to use some of the prescription kind of drugs that were being recommended to us for some various issues.
Right.
So we didn't even go into it for that. But then we started seeing checks coming in from just helping people, helping people that were struggling with the same things that we were, and so
it was crazy to me that it was the most exciting, passionate thing that I could do was talk oils and help somebody, and I was getting paid for it.
Yeah. So, when you look at that and how awesome that is, I mean, and it didn't take much time. So not only were we saving money, because we were on this budget, because we were broke, not only were we able to figure out we were saving money versus having to buy all the prescription meds for the girls for acne or sinus infection meds, when I was getting those Z-Packs and things like that. We were also able to shift where we were spending money and save that way as well versus going to Target and Walmart and stuff.
Which actually, it saves us more money because you go to Target to get toilet paper and paper towels, and you end up with $100 in your tank tops, right? I have a small obsession with buying tank tops, like this one came from Target, right? So it saves us money because I don't end up with 5 tank tops when I leave Target. So it's going to save you money. So
yes, can you make money with doTERRA? Absolutely.
Yes. And now, how much you want to make
depends upon you. Completely
depends upon you. It depends on how much time you want to invest in. It depends on, like I ask people on my team when they say they would like to start doing doTERRA as a business.
Well, that goes to our second question.
Yes.
How much time do I have to commit to doing a business?
Yes. So it depends. Do you want to get your oils paid for? Do you want to make enough to get your favorite oils paid for, maybe your supplements paid for? Do you want to supplement an income? Do you want to replace an income? So like myself, for most of you that don't know, I owned a preschool for 20 years. It was a year ago, May, I was able to close the preschool because the income that I was making from doTERRA was substantially more than it was with the preschool. Mm-hmm. So, and it honestly, I would have never dreamed that would have been a reality.
Right.
That I was able to do.
So, it's hard to answer that. I mean, it could be 5 hours a week. It could be 20 hours a week. Again, it just
I would
depends upon
say-
what your goal is.
Right.
You know, do you just want your oils paid for? I mean,
Right.
a couple hours a week. I mean, if you want to go on a trip, you know, have enough money to take your family
I
on a
would say
trip, it's a few
anywhere
more
between
hours.
5 and 15
Yeah.
hours a week is a nice way to supplement your income. If you're wanting to replace
yeah.
an income, it's probably going to be
20 to 30.
20 to 25,
Yeah.
depending on how many classes that you're teaching, the team that you're supporting.
And how organized you are as well.
Right. Like
versus
I could
watching
cut
cat
my-
videos
Come on.
on your phone.
Why you always got to bring up cat videos?
Because that's what you were watching. We were in the middle of a business meeting. Her and I, we call them business meetings. We get together, we discuss things, we like talk about the business and things like that. And we were
It's kind of
talking,
like self-care.
right? And so we were talking, and I was sitting there and I was working away, you know, helping people, and she was helping people apparently. And I got up to get a drink of water, and I just happened to look over her shoulder, and she was actually on Facebook watching cat videos.
It was a funny
I was
video.
like, oh my gosh.
It was a funny video.
I'm sure it was.
Okay, for anyone that is in doTERRA, it was the end of the month, and we were getting ready to have a rank advancement. And so we were doing the last minute fun at the end of the month. And so we were getting last minute some orders put in, and
Yeah.
he thought that I was working really
She was
hard.
working away. Working
And
away.
I had a little
I was sweating.
I was having a self-care moment.
Uh-huh.
It was either that or a mini meltdown.
Right.
So I had
It's
to
all good.
pull back just a second.
So yes, so the time that you devote is up to you.
Right.
You know, we put that caveat in there, 25 hours to replace your income. But again, it could be less than that, depending upon how organized you are and you know, how you
and
teach.
honestly, it's really not
how you work.
like working. Like
It's really not.
I get questions. Basically, my friends call me and they want to talk oils with me. They want to know what oils they can use to help support sleep,
Right.
stress, anxious feelings, some discomfort, and I basically help guide, coach them on what products to use. And then as far as team, my builders on my team, I help them with some structure questions, with how to reach out to their friends and family, how to get people to host classes, and that's it. It's
Yeah.
so
And
easy.
doTERRA, at no time during our journey of you doing doTERRA as a business has it ever felt like work.
Mm-mm.
Never has it felt like I gotta go to a job, making the donuts. Like it's never felt that way. It's always been rewarding. It's always felt good. It's always aligned with our morals and our character, and it's never given either of us that. Okay, here we go. It's always been
No,
a
because
rewarding
I can
experience.
work by the swimming pool.
And you do. All
And I
summer
do.
long.
All summer long, working by the swimming pool.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
And for her and I mean, granted, there's times that some of our business discussions get a little intense, but
It's because I
hashtag do what Dave says.
do hashtag do what Dave says, because Dave does what Denette says.
Whatever. However, it is fun that we get to work together, and that part's rewarding.
Right.
And we also bring our family into it. We bring our kids into it. We bring our parents into it. So it's fun.
Right. Like I even have my dad, who is 70-ish, loving his oils. So he'll text me and
Same
he'll
with
say,
my mom and dad.
I need cypress and juniper berry. My mom loves her vetiver. So it's really cool to watch your family and utilize oils for their health benefits. And it's really cool watching our 9-year-old son know exactly what oils he needs to use to support himself. So he's going to grow up and he's going to think aspirin, Tylenol, Motrin, Benadryl is weird. he's going to be like, what's Benadryl?
Why aren't you using
Right. Like
past
we'll
tense.
be watching TV and they'll come up with the pharmaceutical commercial, and he'll say, and then they go through all of the side effects,
Right.
death and liver damage and
Anal
heart attack,
leakage. He giggles at that
anal
one.
leakage, and he'll say, well, why wouldn't they just use lavender? I'm like, good question, though. Right?
One day they will.
One day, it's gonna come.
It will. Okay. And please ask your questions if you have questions. We should have put that this was a
Q&A,
live Q&A.
not just the Dave and Denette show.
No, not at all.
We should have a TV show.
Another question that popped up was, what kind of support, if people want to build a business, what kind of support do they get? A lot.
You get David Denette in your back pocket.
Yes, we will absolutely love on you. Even if it's just you want to learn oils through that journey, we will completely support you. But as far as your business goes, we provide as much education as you possibly can imagine. Whatever you need, whatever questions you have, we're fully available to. We're willing to help you. We guide you through teaching classes, whether that's to a lot of people or one-on-one. I mean, so we do a lot of different mentoring.
Right. And I would say what we're really good at is we're not super pushy with anyone on our team or customers.
No.
So we really let you guide us where you want to go. And so we're going to ask a lot of questions. For example, do you want to get your oils paid for? Do you want to supplement your income? Do you want to replace your income? And then we help with you design a path that's going to be the most effective for you and show you the steps to take to get that. Now, if you say you just want to get your oils paid for, we're not going to coach you on replacing your income, because those are two completely different routes that you would need to take. So we're going to ask a lot of questions. We're going to make sure that you're completely comfortable, and we're comfortable with guiding you in the direction that you need to go.
And if your path happens to change, you originally want to just get your oils paid for, but then all of a sudden you're like, you know what? 3 months later, I want to replace my income. I want to bring my husband home from work. I want to do whatever.
Or save for a vacation. Or college fund for kids.
We'll help you with that. We'll plan it out with you. We'll work with you. We'll mentor you through all that. Even on the business side of it, as far as the numbers and things like that, we will do everything in our power for you. And as I said in the last video, if we don't know the answer, we'll find it and we'll get it for you.
The other really cool thing is doTERRA has taken out all of the guesswork. So you don't have to recreate the wheel. They have sheets that the class handouts.
That you teach.
You actually have a script that you can read that will, until you get comfortable with your own class. They're every single thing you need. They actually have it's called a class in a box. If you're interested in hosting a class, or you have somebody that would like to host a class for you, it literally comes every single thing you need in a box that you need to host a class. So they have done every single thing that you need to do. I like to tell people, if you know how to read, you can do doTERRA.
Yeah. Or the video with the class in the box.
They don't have.
Do they have that DVD
They don't
anymore?
do the DVD.
Oh, because
But
before they had that DVD.
Yes.
All you had to do was hit play.
They did. They had a DVD. You could just pop it.
That's
now,
how easy doTERRA really wants to make it for you.
On the website, there is a video still. It just doesn't come in
see,
the DVD
there you go.
form.
If
you can send someone a link.
Double click.
Then you can teach a class.
There you go.
Right. So the amazing thing is with doTERRA, you can either be an extremely loyal customer. Most often, it's the loyal customers that love their product. They end up sharing the products. They end up building a business. They end up getting an income, and then that snowballs, and then the rest is history.
The rest is history. Well, I mean, that's usually where people that want to have a business with doTERRA doing essential oils.
Right.
It's because they fell in love with the product.
Yes. And a lot of another question that we get asked a lot is the multi-level marketing, the network marketing question, the pyramid scheme.
Moving into that one.
Yeah, the pyramid scheme, the network marketing, the MLM. People roll their eyes. They can't. They panic like deer in headlights. It is honestly the best sales plan model out there.
Yes.
The reason doTERRA chose to do the direct sales is because, one, they wanted to give people an opportunity to create, be financially secure on their own, right? And they didn't want to pay for, to put them in grocery stores and then pay to run commercials. They want to pay us and then have a spokesperson and have build a community. So if you education. Yeah. So if you go to Whole Foods and you purchase a bottle of oil and you don't know how to use it, you can't call Whole Foods and ask somebody for a safe way to use them, some education. If you purchase your products on Amazon, you're not going to be able to call Amazon and have them support your questions. Mm-hmm. So that's really what they wanted. They wanted someone to be able to sit knee to knee with you and answer the questions and provide safe and effective ways for you to use these in your home. And so I get a lot of people that will purchase products on Amazon or someplace else, and then they call me and they want the support and the education. And I'm very hesitant to offer anyone support if you're not using doTERRA products, because I will never suggest that you ever put them on your skin or take them internally if you have not purchased them from doTERRA. Even now, I know on Amazon there are some doTERRA products, but those are not safe. They're usually from a third party. They can actually recap them.
The bottles.
So I had a friend that had ordered a bottle of Clary Calm on Amazon, and it was like a greenish color, and it irritated her skin. So what had happened is they had dumped it out and they had refilled it with something else. The seal was still on there. It looked like it was brand new. So
yeah, you can recap that stuff. So when you buy it from Amazon or something like that, you don't know what was in the bottle. Right. I mean, what adulterations they could have put in there.
Right.
Because what they typically try to do is take all the oil out and cut it. So they can spread it out. So by doing that, they have to add other things to it.
Exactly. So if you're getting your peppermint or your lavender on Amazon and you're wanting to use it internally, you don't have any idea what you're putting in your body because it came from a third party on there. So if you're getting your products on Amazon, don't call me and ask me for suggestions.
Right, because
I won't help.
We want to be safe. I mean, we want you to be safe. And so if we provide you advice, again, we don't know what's in that bottle. But if it's coming from doTERRA, we have pure confidence. I mean, because we can go to
the
source to use site. We can look up the lot number. We can find exactly what's in there. There's phone numbers we can call. There's so much support that we can get. Mm-hmm. So going back to the question, whether it's you're a customer or you're building a business, you get tons of support from us. And like I said, if we don't know the answer, we will definitely find the answer for you.
Right.
For sure.
Exactly.
Yep.
Do you have anything you want to add?
No, that's what I added.
That was it.
That's what I added.
Okay, so today was double because we took, it was kind of like a CEO day.
It was.
We had like CEO Friday, Saturday.
We did.
It was good.
Yeah, we needed a little family. I've been traveling a lot this summer, so I haven't really been able to spend much time with the family. Like here for a week, and then I'm gone for a week or two. So we kind of took Friday evening and Saturday just that kind of family time. So we apologize we didn't get the videos out, but we definitely wanted to make sure we were consistent and got that information to you guys.
Yes. So Monday is going to be support for sleep. So if anyone is interested in ways to support sleep, getting a restful night's sleep, you're going to want to definitely tune in
Yeah.
for that one.
And again, if you are looking to, or even just slightly interested in what it might look like to do, to have a business with essential oils, specifically with doTERRA, let us know. There's no commitment or anything. I mean, we're not going to hound you or, like Denette said, pressure you into anything, but we'll help answer any questions that you may have. We're always available to just private message us, or if you know our number, text us.
Right.
So,
All right.
we're happy to help.
Sound good?
Okay. Well, thanks
All
for our
right.
first live Q&A. I think we should probably do this weekly.
You want to do it weekly?
Yeah, like every Thursday, maybe.
That sounds
I
fun.
don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll put an advertisement out there so we can give you guys a little bit of a heads up
Right.
when we're doing these Q&As.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
All
Thanks,
right.
Instagram. Thanks,
All
Facebook.
right. Have a good evening.